On today's episode, Japanese automakers in a safety certification scandal. Today's episode is brought to you by engineering.com, a globally trusted source for engineering content. Check out this and many other exclusive videos for the engineering professional found only on engineering.com TV today. Japanese automakers have developed a global reputation for quality and durability and have been highly successful retailing cars and trucks on every continent. Japanese automakers design vehicles for the domestic Japanese market, vehicles for specific overseas markets, such as the United States, and some models which are global platforms, modified as necessary for local requirements. The Japanese government requires certification of crashworthiness and specifications, which are provided by automakers. In a shocking and wide-ranging scandal, Toyota, Mazda, Honda, Suzuki, and Yamaha have been implicated in the falsification of crashworthiness data and engine power testing by the Japanese government. The Japanese Transport Ministry has ordered Toyota, Honda, Mazda, and Yamaha to suspend shipment of affected vehicles. The revelations come in the wake of a ministry-requested Japanese automaker review of their vehicle certifications following a safety test scandal at Daihatsu, Toyota's small car division. The ministry determined that the affected companies had falsified reports or manipulated data in testing. Several affected models are no longer in production and some are domestic-only Japanese vehicles. Ministry officials have visited Toyota's headquarters and the company states that it intends to complete an internal review of testing processes by the end of the month. Mazda has suspended shipments of its Roadster RF and Mazda 2 over engine control software test results irregularities, and the Hiroshima-based company has admitted that crash tests of the no longer produced Atenza and Axela models were corrupted by the use of a timer to ignite airbags during a frontal impact tests rather than the factory-installed onboard sensor. Yamaha has suspended production of one model of motorcycle, and Honda has admitted test results for noise and engine output for models no longer in production. The scandal is widespread, but so far appears to be limited to models that are produced for domestic Japanese markets and those no longer in production. Major countries like the United States have independent standards, such as the U.S. Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards, as well as EPA certification for engine emissions. The impact for American and European owners of Japanese cars will be minimal, but the scandal underscores two fundamental difficulties in the regulation of auto safety. The first is that safety testing still requires physical validation. Prototypes are still crash tested, for example. Advanced simulation and finite element analysis now makes it possible to very accurately predict impact performance of new vehicles during the design process. If future regulatory regimes do away with physical testing and rely on verification of simulations, one pathway to malfeasance would be removed, namely the modification of prototypes used in testing. The second issue is the lack of a truly universal auto safety standard. The United Nations has been working on this problem since the 1950s through the United Nations World Forum for the Harmonization of Vehicle Regulations. Commonly called WP29, the group has issued harmonized standards in one form or another since 1958, but has yet to create a single recognized set of auto standards that can be applied worldwide. From an engineering perspective, there's never been a greater need for a unified global standard. Modern software in CAD/CAM and simulation, aided by AI, means that new players can enter the auto manufacturing market at low cost. Manufacturing is also a lower barrier to entry today than in the past with the advent of advanced automation and 3D printing. Allowing automakers to self-certify is unlikely to be sustainable, yet agreements on a unified global standard from the United Nations appears elusive. How elusive? Kyrgyzstan has announced that the 1958 regulation came into effect in that nation on the 1st of September 2023. It may take a very long time before UN regulatory agencies take advantage of modern engineering capability. Well, that's it for today's episode of This Week in Engineering, brought to you by engineering.com. For our deeper engineering series, visit engineering.com TV for exclusive shows like Manufacturing the Future, Designing the Future, and the Engineering Roundtable, not found on our YouTube channel. The links are in the description below. Thanks for watching.